Hey there guys, I hope you're all doing very well. Welcome back to another video, and it's been a very long while since I talked about wacky news on the internet, but this news has been making headlines and has gone very viral. I'm assuming you all know about it. It's the CEO of Astronomer, Andy Byron, caught having an affair with a co-worker at a Coldplay concert. Now, I assume everyone knows about this story that's been breaking out, so I just want to show you the video and then talk about the situation that has led after, since the video went viral.
Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You okay? Uh-oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy. I'm not quite sure what to do.
I'll tell you, man, that cracks me up all the time what Chris Martin has just said. So obviously the Jumbotron went on camera. It spotted Andy Byron and his chief's people officers, the HR lady, Kristen Cabot. And their reaction said otherwise, that they were having an affair. And obviously Chris Martin was just standing there just saying, oh, just look at these two. They must be having a good time. But then all of a sudden, just Andy Byron just pretty much just submerged to the floor like he was just a melting ice cube. And then Kristen Cabot was just turning her back away. Obviously kind of assuming that this does not look normal. And Chris Martin was saying it's either they're having an affair or they're just very shy. And the fact of the matter was, it was an affair. But after the video went viral, the whole development just been going crazy. So it started by Andy Byron making his own statement and giving his apology. So this is the first statement that he wrote out. So I want to acknowledge the moment that's been circulating online and the disappointment it caused. What was supposed to be a night of music and joy turned into a deeply personal mistake playing out on a very public stage. I want to sincerely apologize to my wife, my family, and the team at Astronomer. You deserve better from me as a partner, as a father, and as a leader. This is not who I want to be or how I want to represent the company I helped build. I'm taking time to reflect, to take accountability, and to figure out the next steps personally and professionally. I ask for privacy as I navigate that process. I also want to express how troubling it is that what should have been a private moment became public without my consent. I respect artists and entertainers, but I hope we can all think more deeply about the impact of turning someone else's life into a spectacle. As a friend once sang, lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I'll try to fix you, Andy. And all I have to say, that's probably one of the worst apologies I have seen. I mean, I don't really read a lot of apologies from people, but that's a complete F for me in terms of the tier list. Just lots of bad takes on there. Firstly, the way he ended it was just awful. Just firstly saying that what should have been a private moment became public. You're in a concert with people. How's that a private space? It's not. The stadium is not your home. So it just shows that he didn't take it seriously at the end. And also the way he ended it off, just, putting the lyrics of Coldplay's Fix You, just shows he didn't really take it seriously, if you ask me. And I think it's very shameful that this already he's admitted, like, him being, he has a family as well, just kind of disgraced them as well. It's just, horrendous for them. I think they're the true victims of this, like the family of Andy Byron, which I don't really expect that he's going to have a family now from following the events from this, but just a truly pitiful apology. Now, Astronomer have been releasing multiple statements following the events, and their most recent statement has come through that Andy Byron has resigned from Astronomer as CEO, and the boards of directors have accepted that. Now, the previous statement from what I've seen before was that Andy Byron and Kristen Cabot, the chief people officer in that video, both of them have been put on leave whilst they were investigating. But now Andy Byron has resigned. Now, I'm not so sure if Kristen Cabot has resigned yet. I think that's going to probably be coming in due course, what the next statement from Astronomer is. I mean, they've been kind of going hog wire with all these statements they've had to release because obviously the reputation of the company has gone pretty bad. But I wouldn't be surprised if Kristen Cabot will also leave Astronomer as well. Now, a lot hasn't really been spoken about Kristen Cabot, the Chief's People's Officer, and I think it's because that she was already divorced following the alleged affair. So I don't really think that she had really much impact on her family because she was already divorced. But I don't know if she already had kids already from the previous marriage or not. But yeah, there hasn't really been a lot of discussion around her. The only real things that we know is that she was single at the time, and she still hasn't resigned yet from Astronomer. But obviously we know about Andy Byron that, you know, he is married, probably has caused a lot of trauma to his wife, and also his kids as well. And all I can say is that I hope maybe the family, you know, can move on from this. I don't know what would happen next. I would assume probably a divorce would happen or something, because obviously this thing has been going viral, and in fact the wife had to deactivate her social media. So lots of trauma is coming down her way, 100%. This statement just had to make me laugh, so I just want to kind of nearly end this video with this statement. So Chris Martin has now put a statement out saying that, you know, he's now giving warnings to people who are going to attend a Coldplay concert, and he says that we'd like to say hello to some of you in the crowd and put some of you on the big screen. So now he's kind of just, you know, putting a warning out there saying, hey, if you are in an alleged affair, just be warned, you're going to be on camera. And yeah, that's pretty much it. A truly wacky, crazy story. I mean, yes, this story has been pretty hilarious in terms of its development of what's been happening, and especially how Chris Martin has exposed Andy Byron as well as Kristen Cabot on the big screen, and now he's had to play out a statement as well just to warn people. But all I have to say from this is don't have an affair at a Coldplay concert. But I really do think, reflecting from all this story, is that I do feel for Andy Byron's wife and the family. I think they're going through a lot of trauma from this, and I just hope that they could find a resolution around it. I don't know what it would be. I have no idea what goes on in people's personal life, but I assume from their side of it, it's not very good at the moment. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. A very crazy, wacky story. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this story. If you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Dislike if you want to dislike. Thank you for watching. And yeah, that's about it. See you later.